we'll be able to do this. So hey everyone, so over the last couple of days, you should have placed your first Facebook ad, but if you didn't, that's okay. All of this is being recorded. And so in the back office, there's actually going to be a Facebook ads course section so that you can go back and do the 5-day challenge. Last week we did, how to do a Facebook ad from start to finish with a 5-day challenge where you were asked to do a little task from writing your copy to doing your audiences, to actually placing the ad and knowing when to kill or scale the ad. So if you haven't watched that video yet, go back and watch that. But today, I'm going to show you guys how to retarget and how to build audiences that are going to be warm and how to turn those people into hot buyers. A lot of people, whenever they place their Facebook ads, they have this kind of misconception, right? Because you see a lot of gurus teaching the same thing over and over again. You see the gurus saying that, hey, you know what? You can run a Facebook ad to an offer and just start retargeting people back to that offer, right? But they're missing the entire big picture, right? Because all buyers have to go through something that we call the buyer's journey, right? And that's why I teach you guys how to do that 15 pieces of content, because that 15 pieces of content is going to help you take your buyer from not knowing who you are to not only knowing who you are, but wanting to buy from you. And that's what's super important about this. Whereas you're going to have some levels, right? You're going to have what I call the power content out front, right? That's where I like to send the cold audience. Then there's the consideration phase. That's where you are going to take custom audiences of people who are engaging with your content. They're either clicking on your blog post, they're either watching your videos, they're either engaging with you over social media accounts. You can create custom audiences of people who are doing those actions. And that's what we're going to learn how to do today, so that you can move those people into the consideration phase, where that's going to involve them actually engaging with your content, and maybe even opting into a lead magnet on your landing page. And then what you're going to do is you're going to funnel those people again through more content that I like to call nurture content, right? We don't want to go straight from giving people a free lead magnet into expecting them to buy a $10,000 product, right? We want to, once they opt in, we want to make sure that we are nurturing the heck out of those people. And so anytime someone visits one of my cheat sheet links, anytime someone visits one of my my links to a program, anything, whether they're engaging with my Facebook page by watching videos, by commenting, by visiting one of my landing pages, I stalk the shit out of them after they take that action. You guys probably see my Facebook ads a lot because you guys are in my $7 group. I retarget you guys for all kinds of my content because I want to make sure that you guys are seeing that content in your newsfeed. And so that's what we're going to do today, because in order to take people from warm, where they've opted into your landing page, they're engaging with your content, we want to nurture them into being hot buyers, so that after you take them through that nurture process, then you are going to create another audience of people who are engaging with that nurture content, because that's going to be your hot buyers right there. Then we're going to send those people to that sales page because they're going to be ready to buy because you took them through that entire buyer's journey. And that's what I'm teaching my clients. That's what the 45, client accelerator program is. I literally start everyone with the power content. You learn how to do that, write the messaging. Then we move them into the consideration phase. You learn what to put on your landing page and everything, making custom audiences of people. We're moving them into that nurture content. The nurture content and the power content is the thing that no gurus are teaching. I feel like I'm the only one that's even mentioning that this strategy even exists, because a lot of ad agencies don't want you to know this strategy because they want to do your ads for you. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to create custom audiences of people so that you can take them from warm all the way into hot buyers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and we are going to get started. We are going to rock and roll. Okay, so let me see. Let me go through. So I'm going to start. I utilize ClickFunnels. It's no secret. I freaking love ClickFunnels. And so I'm going to use my 45-day client accelerator, which, by the way, today is the last day to get in at this $497 price. After this workshop, I am literally sending this to my virtual assistant, and she's changing the price for our launch on Monday at the $997 price. So as you can see, you guys got a chance to get in at the beta price. So this is my landing page. You guys have probably been retargeted with one of my Facebook ads for this program. And I did that because I know everyone who's visiting this landing page. As you can see, I've got the Facebook pixel on it, which you learned how to do in week 1. And so you want to make sure that each of these pages are going to have a pixel on it so that you can create these custom audiences of people. So how am I creating custom audiences of people to send to this landing page? Well, we're going to go over to the Facebook Ads Manager, to my test account, and I am going to toggle this little hamburger menu, and we're going to go all tools, and then we are going to go over here to audiences, and it's going to pop up a menu where you can do a custom audience, a lookalike audience, and a saved audience. Today, we are going to go into the custom audiences because last week I showed you guys how to do the saved audiences. And so what we're going to do is create custom audiences today. Get into my test account. Facebook somehow resets every time I go to a different page. So there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right here to create audience, and we're going to go to custom. Again, you can create a lookalike audience here. You're going to be able to do a lookalike audience based on all of the custom audiences that you are going to build. And I'm going to show you why that is really, really powerful. And then of course, last week I showed you guys how to create a saved audiences. And this is where your cold audiences are. And this is where you're targeting the interests and you're targeting the locations and all of that fun stuff. But we're going to go to custom audience for today. And so it's going to give you this menu right here. And so Facebook allows you to create custom audiences out of a lot of different things. As you can see, we can create custom audiences of people who are engaging with our videos, watching a certain percentage amount of our videos. We can create custom audiences of people who have engaged with a lead form. So what a lead form is if your client or yourself, if you don't have a landing page, Facebook actually lets you create a lead form right within the Facebook platform. So if people are opting into your lead form, you can create a custom audience of people who have done that. And so you have your customer file. This is where you can upload an email list. Now, I would recommend 2,000 to 3,000 people on your email list because Facebook is going to try to attempt to track down those exact same emails. Now, the way that they do that is the email address that you have has to match the email address that they registered with Facebook. So if you upload 10,000 people from your email list, Facebook might only find 6,000 of those people. So don't think that just because you have a list of 3,000 people that you're going to be able to create a custom audience of all of those people. Their email address has to match up with the email address that Facebook has on file. And so you could even do Instagram business profile. If you have an Instagram business account, you can create a custom audience of people who have been on your Instagram account. And so the two ways that I'm going to show you guys how to create custom audiences today for the sake of time, but I do invite you guys, you should play with all of these. You can do engagement with your Facebook page, but we're going to play with website traffic and videos. So we're going to pick video first. And so this is one of my favorite things, and especially because you guys know that I freaking love video content. I see Yvonne, you got a big old smile on your face right now. She's like, this is what I've been waiting for to learn. And so what I freaking love about this is you can create custom audiences of people who have watched 10 seconds of your video, 25% of your video, 50% of your video, and you could actually choose the type of content. See, people who viewed at least 10 seconds, 25%, 50%, 75%, 95%. And so what I'm going to start with, just for funsies, let's do 10 seconds of your video. And then Facebook actually allows you to actually choose which video that you can do. You can do any one of your videos. And so you can actually select them all. You can select a couple of them. And so if I'm like, okay, you know what, I want to just do like a couple of my most popular videos. I'm going to go here and I'm going to see, okay, you know what, you could tell the ones that I put money on. And so I literally just go and I scroll through here and I just find videos that I want to choose. Good thing this is my test account. Jeez. The 1,400, oh, I saw 1,700 people right there. Let's grab that one. And then we will grab this one for funsies. And then we'll scroll down. Let's see, there we go. We're gonna confirm. And so I'm gonna tell people, I'm gonna tell Facebook, hey, Facebook, I want you to make a custom audience of people who have at least watched 10 seconds of these videos. And I can say if I want to do it in 7 days, I could say if I want to do it in 3 days, I could say if I want to do it in 11 days, we could do 365 days, we could do 180 days. It is up to you. And so what I'm going to do is I like to do as soon as they're watching videos, guys, I like to do a 3-day audience, because as soon as people are watching my videos, I want to start sending them other content. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to say in the past 3 days right here, and then I'm going to say people who have watched my most popular videos in the past 3 days. And so what that's going to do is that's going to actually make a custom audience of people who have watched any of these videos in the last 3 days. And I'm going to create that audience so that whenever I am able to go and create an ad, because as soon as people are actually watching my videos, what I want to do is I want to start sending them to my other content, because once people engage with either of my videos or all of my landing pages, I want to stalk the shit out of people utilizing Facebook ads. And so I'm going to pause right here because I know that this is kind of complicated. And so I want to ask, does anyone have any questions so far?
What's up, Laurel? Martin here.
Hey, Martin, how's it going?
Good, good. I didn't get a chance to go through all the videos. I tried to get that one you were talking about, just that was posted earlier today. But based on what you're saying today, I was wondering the power content and nurturing content, that goes to the cold audience, or was that for the consideration?
So your power content is going to go to a cold audience. So the difference between power content and nurture content is kind of like how it sounds, right? I named them purposefully that way. Your power content is going to be that powerful content that's going to draw in that cold audience, right? So you're going to send a cold audience your power content, and then you're going to nurture your leads with that nurture content. So after they've taken an action, so whether they have been watching your videos, or if they, especially if they've opted into your lead magnet, you want to nurture them with more content. And so your nurture content is going to be targeted with your custom audiences because it's warm.
So that power content's for cold audiences, you nurture them in the consideration phase by sending them to possible lead magnet?
Yep, exactly. See, a lot of people now what I do is I actually split. If for a lead magnet, I will send both cold and warm audiences to a lead magnet.
Cool. Cool.
But yeah, but I'm finding that the clients that I'm getting, and this is why, because you have opt-in hoppers, right? How many of you guys have opted in, like you see something, you opt in, but you have no desire to ever buy from that person, right? And well, so what I like to do, I like to pre-qualify people by making them watch content and get to know me before sending them to my lead magnet, because I want everyone that's on my email list that's going to actually engage with me and have it take an interest in me. You know, you get what I'm saying? Because then what you'll end up with an email list full of you know, opt-in hoppers who will never buy from you.
Do you have like a hard and fast rule about sending like cold and warm or like nurturing contents to lead magnets, or you just kind of how you're feeling about that?
So my hard rule is if I am sending people to a lead magnet, I'm going to send both my custom audiences. So the first thing that I do whenever I get a new client, or whenever I turn to my business page, you know, my personal profile into a business page, the first thing I did was I created a custom audience of those people who were engaging with my content, because I always want to start a campaign with a warm audience. I want people who have already been engaging with me, because those people are going to be ready to buy. Like a lot of you guys were ready to buy once I already, like when I released the $7 membership, I didn't have to convince any of you guys, because you guys had already been watching all of my Facebook Lives on my personal profile page. And that's something that I always tell people is like, you can do this strategy organically, or you could do it paid. It's just paid makes it a lot easier because you can create all of this custom audiences of people. But I will be honest with you guys. I generate my power content traffic all organically on my personal profile page, because I send people to the $7 offer. I send people to my sales pages utilizing my personal profile. And right, because the Facebook Pixel, I have the Facebook Pixel installed on my pages. So now all I'm doing is I'm paying for only warm traffic. So I'm not even utilizing cold traffic right now because I've built a really good organic traffic source.
That would probably be the best way to start, as far as like if you're just brand new, you just want to.
Hey, I can't talk right now. Sorry guys, I'm on a I'm doing a live.
Tell those other people. All right, bye.
Sorry guys, I've got family in town and they keep calling me, and it shows up on my iPad. So where was I? I totally just lost my train of thought.
We're talking about organic content.
Oh yeah. So that's what I'm utilizing on my Facebook page. Is I am utilizing organic traffic and sending them to all of my pages that have the Facebook pixel. So all of the ads that I'm running, I've already generated all of that warm traffic from organic. So my cost is a lot lower. So I can spend about $25 and make about $1,500 because I've set the foundation organically. Whereas a lot of people spend most of their time pulling cold traffic because they don't want to take the time to set that foundation.
Foundation meaning nurturing them?
Meaning the power content.
Okay. So that's like a good place to start, is just creating that organic free content to a cold audience?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I test all of my stuff on my personal page. And when I see that you guys are commenting for my cheat sheets and stuff like that, and I get a percentage of videos watched and comments, I'm like, okay, I'm going to upload that to my business page and I'm going to turn it into an ad.
Awesome.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to move on a little bit because we're a little bit behind, but so we're going to go back to create audiences, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to create a custom audience of people who have visited certain pages on your website. Because like I said, I want you guys to go and play with all of these options, but I want to show you guys the main idea. The video view is probably going to be one that you guys are going to utilize, especially those who are going to get into my 45-day client accelerator program, because it's all about generating all of that power content and turning them into nurture content and then nurturing them all the way to the sale. So what you're going to do right here, so what we're looking at is a way to create website traffic and a custom audience through website traffic. And so what you're looking at right here is my different pixels. And so I use my Side Hustle Her Pixel for my coaches, consultants, and agency owners. So I'm going to show you guys this one example right here. Now, what I can do is I can do all website visitors, meaning wherever that base pixel is installed, I can retarget all of those people in the last 30 days. But what I like to do is I like to get really super specific. And so I'm going to drop this down right here. And as you can see, you can create custom audiences people based on the website stuff, like people who visited specific web pages, or you can target people and create audiences based on the actions that they took, whether they became a lead, whether they purchased, whether they initiated checkout. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys this, people who visited specific web pages. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab this link right here for my 45-day client accelerator. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys, all you have to do is paste it right here, copy and paste this link. And so I'm going to name my audience visited 45-day program, right? And then all I would have to do is create audience. Now I already have that audience in there, and you can see that I've got one that says visited the 45-day client accelerator but didn't purchase. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that next. But as you can see right here, this custom audience that I made a while back, this is everyone who has visited that 45-day accelerator page. So how do I exclude people who have bought this program so that I'm not targeting them, right? You don't want to target people who have purchased the program with the program, right? That's kind of a waste of money. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to create a custom audience. Again, we're going to choose website traffic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say people who have visited specific pages, right? We want people who have visited this 45-day client accelerator page. So I'm going to put that here. Now, the difference, what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to say exclude people. Now I can do this one of two ways. I'm going to choose that pixel again to make sure that Facebook is reading the right pixel. Now, what I do want to make sure is I can do one of two things. I could do people who have visited specific web pages and go back to my funnel. If people have landed on my thank you page, that means that they bought, right? They're not going to land on my thank you page unless they bought the product. And so what I can do is I can go back here and I can say, okay, I want you to make an audience of people who have landed on my 45-day client accelerator page, but they have not bought. That's what exclude. So I'm going to exclude the people who have bought the program so that my Facebook ads aren't shown to those people. Now I could do that one of two ways. I could do it this way, like what I just showed you guys, or what I can do is I can go down here and say, you know what, I'm going to exclude people who have purchased that product because I do have the purchase pixel installed as a standard event on that page. But here's the deal. If you have multiple products with the purchase pixel on it, you're going to want to pick people who visited specific pages and put that link right there. And then all you would have to do is go and name it. And as you can see, the one that I just showed you guys, I already have created that audience. So I'm not going to create the audience here. I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you guys right here. They visited the 45-day, but they did not make that purchase. So as you can see, I've targeted people who visited the page and excluding people who have purchased. Does that make sense to you guys? I'm going to go stop sharing right there. And I'm going to go to, if anyone has any questions, now's the time to do it.
I was wondering, the pixel is just a custom audience. Are those synonymous?
Your pixel is tracking website visitors. So your pixel is basically just a piece of data that is using to track everyone who's visited your website or is watching all of your videos.
And you create those custom audiences within the pixel.
Yep, your custom audiences, you have to have the pixel installed in order to create that custom audience.
Like an analytical function then?
Pardon?
Almost, it's like an analytical function, almost like Google Analytics for Facebook?
Exactly. Yep. Google has its own pixel as well.
Cool.
Does anyone have any questions? Now's the time to ask. If you want me to create an audience for you guys, if you didn't understand something, I want to make sure that all of you guys are understanding how to pull this off. Think you're muted, Yvonne.
Can it be used for the technique that I'm using, the poor man strategy? Can it be used, that one that you asked? But I have much more money, so I have more landing pages. That's all I wanted to understand. If I can use it in that way in the poor man strategy.
That's how I actually execute the poor man's Facebook ad strategy. The way that I execute the poor man's Facebook ad strategy is I put a video. I create a custom audience of people who are watching that video, and then I send them to a landing page. So that's how I execute the poor man's Facebook ad strategy.
Okay.
What are you trying to say, Yvonne?
Does anyone else have any questions? Does everyone understand what you guys just learned?
Yeah, for sure. All this stuff is like in the 5-day challenge?
Yeah.
Cool.
Everything leading up to this is in the 5-day challenge. And there's a boot camp from the first week, a 5-day challenge from the second, and then this is the third week. And then next week, I'm going to show you guys how to create your overall strategy moving forward. Well, if no one else has any questions, thank you guys for being here. Happy Friday.
All right. I'll see you after my pending incarceration.
Well, have an amazing incarceration weekend.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.